Hello folks, I've got a quick one for you today. This is the in-stock lease deals of the month for stuff with an engine basically. The electric in-stock lease deals video will come tomorrow. And of course we're getting towards the end of the year, so that one might be a bit busier than this one. Obviously manufacturers at the end of the year have to hit those zero tailpipe emissions targets, so their focus is very much on shifting battery electric stuff and at least plug-in hybrids for the time being. But we've got some great stuff in here. We've got petrol, we've got diesel, we've got hybrid, we've got plug-in hybrid. There's just not as many of them as normal. So give the video a thumbs up. Let's get that out of the way, and don't forget to subscribe. Still, lots of people watch these videos and don't subscribe. I'd say Arona is first. 1 litre TSI 115 FR limited edition. That's a manual, £253 a month, 400 litres of boot space, insurance group 14, 115 brake horsepower, 50 mpg, and 10 seconds to 62. £327 a month has been the average on that. At its peak, it was 426. This is on a 3-year deal with 3 months up front, as most of these are. There are a couple of 2-year deals in here, actually. If you wanted to do it with no deposit, as in nothing up front, £267 a month is just 36 payments at 267 a month. So not a bad one to get us started. Vauxhall Grandland is next. 1.2 turbo ultimate edition, 10.4 seconds to 62, 45.6 mpg, 130 brake horsepower, 514 litres of boot space, 259 a month with 779 up front. This one is a 2-year deal. If you wanted to look at a 3-year deal, it goes up by £34 a month. If you wanted to take the deposit down to nothing essentially, so you just go to 24 straight monthly payments, £287 a month. Again in stock on 10,000 miles a year. And of course you'll find a link to LeaseLoco in the video description, and I would massively appreciate it if you used it. Nissan Juke 1.6 hybrid Techna, 269 a month with 807 up front. This one again is on a 2-year deal. If you look at a 3-year deal, it only goes up by £7 a month, so let's look at a 3-year deal instead. If you went for that 3-year deal with no upfront payment, so just straight 36 monthly payments, that's going to be £294 a month. But as we're looking at it here with the 828 up front, you're looking at £276 a month. 310 on average, 429 at its peak, and at its lowest point it was only ever £3 less than it is right now, so not bad. Right, this card gives you bags and bags of value. Skoda Octavia 1.5 TSI SEL, 8.5 seconds to 62, 53 mpg, 150 horsepower, insurance group 20, and 600 litres of boot space. 829 up front and 276 a month on this one. Price history on it, 371 on average, so nearly £100 a month more than it is now on average. Its lowest price was £2 less than it is now, and at its highest point it was nearly double what it is now. It was £509 a month. Currently 276 with 829 up front, and the value keeps coming. Check this out: Citroen C5 Aircross, but it's the plug-in hybrid for this kind of money, which is a bit of a bargain. 8.2 seconds to 62, 600 litres of boot space, insurance group 28, 224 brake horsepower. I think these are about 35 grand new, so £328 a month looks all right, although I'm sure there are discounts around at the moment if you were to buy one new. 985 up front and 328 a month. Let's have a look at the price history, and I think that tells you a little tale. 636 a month on average, so almost double what it is right now. 780 at its peak, and its lowest price was 328.34, which is today. So that's the lowest price we've seen on it in the last 12 months. This time last year, £678 a month. And as you can see, in October it was 780 a month, and they dropped it right down to 356, but they've continued to drop, and we're currently at that lowest point, 328 a month with 985 up front. Get you that C5 Aircross plug-in hybrid. The great thing with one of these, by the way, is you can get 3 kiddie seats in the back, or you can get 2 kiddie seats and an adult in there still. And you've got a really good sized boot, despite the fact it's a plug-in hybrid. Skoda Superb Estate 1.5 TSI E-Tech SE Technology DSG Automatic. Just over £1,000 up front and $346 a month on a 3-year deal. 690 litres of space in the boot. Insurance Group 23, 150 horsepower, 52.8 mpg and 9.3 seconds to 62. Again, if you wanted to just go for 36 payments instead of doing a big upfront, you're looking at £366 a month. So currently 346 with £1,000 up front, 415 a month on average. 569 at its highest point, and its lowest point it was £9 a month less than it is now. Nissan X-Trail 1.5 e-Power e-Force 213X Centre Premium. This one's the hybrid, not a plug-in hybrid. Almost 1,100 up front and 357 a month. 575 litres of boot space. Insurance Group 28. 213 brake horsepower. 45.6 mpg and 7 seconds to 62. 413 a month on average. 477 a month at its peak. Currently 357. It's only ever been £7-8 a month less than it is right now. It's currently 357 a month with 1,073 up front. The DS4 E-Tense Rivoli E88 plug-in hybrid, a rare beast to see on the road, but they're really nice little cars. I've got a lot of time for them anyway. 1,131 up front and 377 a month. 390 litres of boot space. Insurance Group 30. 225 brake horsepower. 7.7 seconds to 62. 756 a month on average. 887, which was, when was 887? 2nd of December. Bearing in mind it's currently the 17th of December. 377.26 a month with 1131 up front. That is one hell of a price drop. Mazda CX-60 2.5 plug-in hybrid exclusive line automatic, 385 a month with 1157 up front. 5.8 seconds to 62, 327 horsepower, Insurance Group 38, and 570 litres of boot space. 552 a month on average, and its peak 639. Its lowest point was 375, so its lowest point it was a tenner less than it is right now. But at its peak, it was £639 a month. Currently 385 with 1157 up front. This is a 2-year deal, however, so bear that in mind. If you go up to 3 years, it puts £28 on the price. If you go back to the 2 years, but you sort of get rid of the upfront and just go for 2 years worth of straight monthly payments, $430 a month. Then we've got a big diesel 7-seater to finish us off. It's the Peugeot 5008 1.5 Blue HDI GT E88 automatic, 1170 up front and 390 a month. 11.8 seconds to 62, 45.4 mpg, Insurance Group 22, 952 litres of boot space. That's obviously with those rearmost seats down. And look at that, average on it's been 736 a month. At its peak, it was £900 a month, and its peak was the 28th of October, £900 a month. Before that, it was still nearly 800 a month for most of the year. That's bananas, and it's only really at the start of the year when it was a bit cheaper. And then it dropped at sort of start of November, end of October. Currently 1170 up front and 390 a month versus £900 a month on the 28th of October. And of course, that would have been £2,700 down as well. So their numbers have changed a fair bit. And you're getting a lot of car for your money there and a lot of seats. Again, you can get 3 kiddie seats in the back there or 2 kiddie seats and an adult, which is a rarity these days. It's only when you have to start messing about with child seats and things that you find out that actually it's really difficult to accommodate 3 kids in a lot of new cars. I hope you enjoyed that one, folks. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please use that link to LeaseLoco. I've got these lights on, lots of lights on, and that pays for them, because I tell you what, the YouTube views certainly don't. So really does help when you do that. I know a lot of people watch on the TV and on their phones and stuff. If you could just pop onto the website and use one of my links, or just find the videos on YouTube and go into any of them, you'll find a link to LeaseLoco. If you don't, LeaseLoco are getting the benefit of me using them in my videos, and I get an out for it. So yeah, always appreciated. Thanks ever so much for watching. Remember, if you're interested in the electric cars, that will be tomorrow's video, so hang around for that. I've also got a video going out on my travel channel. In fact, it will already be out at the time I'm recording this, so I'm going to pop a link to it over on the screen for you. So please go and check that out. It's basically a complete behind the scenes of when I did my trip to LA, and we did a really unbelievably random road trip. I was hoping to do lots of hotel review videos with this footage, but there's this weird thing going on with that particular camera where it randomly deletes certain video files, which is I've literally just discovered, which is really annoying. So I've just done this one big completely random video for you to go and watch, but there's some mad stuff in there. We did 3 states in the USA in 5 days in the end, sort of pointlessly, but there's something brilliant about that, I think. So go and watch that video. Thanks. Huge thanks to all my channel members for your continued support. I really do appreciate it.